If entrepreneurial success is so reliant on mindset, how can you improve yours? Stay tuned to find out.
Welcome.
Okay, here's the question.
Serious?
How are we dark horses? You know, the ones everyone is betting against, the ones they don't expect to win, place, or even show on the track, and they'll even laugh on us when we talk about trying. How do we show the world our greatness and triumph?
Come on.
Well, that's the question, and this podcast will give you the answers. This is The Dark Horse Entrepreneur. My name is Tracy Brinkman.
And push it out.
What is up? What is up, my dark horse friends and family? Welcome back to your daily dose of entrepreneurial mindset learning. I'm your dark horse host, Tracy Brinkman, and you, well, that, my friend, is infinitely more important. You are a driven entrepreneur or one in the making. Either way, you're here because you're ready to start, restart, kickstart, or just start leveling up with some great marketing, personal, or business tips and results in order to build that beautiful business of yours into the empire it absolutely deserves to be. That's why I'm here hitting you with yet another daily success episode coming to you straight from the Dark Horse HQ as we dive deep into success with actual advice, tips and steps designed to help you level up your game. Yes, as we already know, there are no shortcuts to success except for taking those little steps towards your goal every single day. And once again, I'm going to say, you want to take a little step? Let's take a little step for the show here. You're getting the value, right? I feel you nodding your head. So if you are getting that value, please take that little step. Go on down there, hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and slide us over some 5-star reviews. Leave us some kind words in the ratings. That would be awesome. Actually, it's 5 stars in the ratings and some kind words in the reviews. These subscribes, ratings, reviews tell those podcast platforms that you are getting that value, and they lift us up a little bit in the rankings so that we can reach more driven entrepreneurs just like yourself. So again, I know you're getting the value. So go ahead, take a moment, show the love, help spread the word. I appreciate you. Alrighty, let's dive in. I wanted to chat a bit about your mental fitness, right? We have Lisa that shared a lot about the physical fitness, but she also shared a lot about the mindset. And we've been chatting about routines so far this week, and I think there's definitely a benefit of having a routine in your day, in your daily life, to help you make your mind more nimble. I mean, if you think about it, as entrepreneurs, it's not just about seeing the opportunities on the horizon, or heck, even going so far as creating the opportunities in the here and now. It's not just about dealing with the numbers or dealing with the people or dealing with the finances or, again, finding those opportunities, capitalizing on a chance that might avail itself to you. It's about, oh my goodness, how you want to say this. It's about having the mental wherewithal and the mindset to A, see all these amazing opportunities, B, deal with them, C, deal with them when they're not there, because let's be honest, there's going to be times when you're like looking around going, hello, is this microphone on? Is there anybody out there? All of a sudden a Pink Floyd song just goes into my head. And so you're going to have that entrepreneurial mindset to keep moving forward, to keep improving your skill set, to have that strong will of mind to take on the task, to find the solutions, to think outside the box, to embrace uncertainty. And here's the cool thing. This type of mindset can be fostered. So I want to share with you a potential routine you could build to help foster that entrepreneurial mindset that you are going to need, or you're already utilizing, and it's time to flex that muscle a little bit stronger. The first one, and you've heard me mention it before, but it's just that damn important, is to take some time daily and reflect. Reflect on what you've done. Reflect on what you haven't done. Reflect on how well you did it, or where you stumbled and bumbled and failed and face planted, and how slow or how fast you got back up and dusted yourself off, right? Were you pissed off about it? Were you laughing at yourself? Well, that was a stupid mistake, right? It just kind of take that time to review what you did, how you reacted, how other people reacted to what you did, and how you reacted. But all in all, it's really, if we take a step back, it's really huge to keep an eye on the big picture, right? And then inside that big picture will be milestones and chunks that you're going to divide out across your timeline, whatever your timeline may be, a day, a week, a month, a year. And then inside that day, there's some things you wanted to get done. Did you get them done? If not, why? Reflect on that. If you did, man, take some time and puff out your damn chest. Hit it a few times if you want to. Yeah, I did that shit. I got it done, right? And get that motivation going for that next day. And then really set this constant reflection is definitely going to help you see things clearly, help you make better decisions based on that big picture, right? When we make those decisions in the heat of the moment, when you're sitting down later that day or the next morning, whenever you decide to make it a part of your routine, and reflecting on, is that the right decision? Now that I sit down and think about it, I'm not quite as jubilant, or I'm not quite as mad, or I'm not quite as whatever, insert adjective emotion right here, that now you can say, I need to make a decision based on this big picture versus my big emotion. Yeah. All right. Okay. And I think another great tip off of that is engage in some inspiring content every day. And that could be reading, right? There's plenty of great books. There's the infamous good book everyone all likes to talk about. And it doesn't matter what religion, belief system you have. There's a book based on that, and you can engage in that. Again, there are lots of great books out there. There's the iconic books, Think and Grow Rich, and, Make Friends and Influence People, and the list goes on. And there are new awesome books coming out every day. Articles, podcasts, hey, right? Podcast, hey, right here, come on in, that will allow you to, pump yourself up a little bit, educate yourself a little bit, be informed, learn more about other people's mistakes, learn more about other people's successes, and get insights from other industries than your own that you could potentially apply in your own world. So it's a great way to disengage and engage at the same time. So you're disengaging in the world around you and all the craziness, and you're kind of bringing it down to your own tempo, your own pace, whatever tempo or pace you happen to read at, whether that be really, really super fast, or maybe you're more of a slow reader and you just kind of want to absorb everything, right? Or a listener, because I know some folks listen to the podcast really fast, and some folks listen to the podcast at the rate it's recorded at. So engage in some content that lifts you up a little bit every day. And then after you got that, right, you've taken some time for reflection, and you've taken some time to read some or listen to some inspiring content. You want to put yourself into some challenging situations. Here's the deal. You are where you are as a result of the decisions you've made and the actions you've taken. If you want to grow, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to have to push the boundaries. You're going to have to lean out of your comfort zone just a little. All right, don't fall, don't trip, don't stumble, don't bumble. You will every once in a while, and you'll even faceplant. But putting yourself into those challenging situations will help you grow physically. If you're talking about, getting out there and working out, they'll help you grow mentally as you acquire more mental acuity, more mental nimbleness by going through the difficult situation. And if you've gone through the things we've already talked about, right? You're doing that daily reflection, you're engaging in some inspiring content, you're arming yourself, you're filling your cup to be able to take on that next level of challenging situation, right? So all the challenging situations that have brought you to where you are now, you're comfortable with those, right? Those are like, okay, I can sip that all the time, right? Those are like level 1 now. Well, now you need to push it up to a level 2, and you're going to have to lean out of that comfort zone and attempt to, exceed the expectations of your clients, right? Improve your mindset through these daily tasks, even if they aren't related to your business. What I mean here is maybe it's, physically challenge yourself, like I mentioned earlier. When you go out there and start physically challenge yourself and meeting those challenges, you start feeling better about how you look, how your body is operating, the range of motion that might be improving. Or maybe it's just starting a new hobby, right? that you get better and better and better at. And this internal self-improvement, that pride of, man, I'm getting pretty good at this birdhouse building or whatever it may be, at this planting of trees, or, working on cars or painting or drawing or whatever it might be. I'm getting better and better at it. That pride leaks over into other areas of your life and gives you that mental agility, that mental acuity, that mental nimbleness to take on more and more challenging situations in your business. Heck, in your relationships. How about that? And then, and I don't really mention these in any certain order. Certainly, I do believe the daily reflections is number one. But I think another great thing to do is reach out to mentors, reach out to coaches, folks that are where you want to be, but they're there now and you're not. So you reach out to them and tap their vast set of skills and vast set of knowledge, and learn what you can from them. And that could be via any of their free content, their podcasts, whatever YouTube channels they may have, whatever social things, wherever they're sharing their content. Maybe they have a course you want to dip your toe in and test things out. Maybe they have a mastermind. You just want to go right ahead and step right in there and get some direct access to them. However it is, you can learn from these folks through these video tutorials, online seminars, coaching opportunities. Figure out what works for you. Step in there, raise your hand and say, dude, ma'am, I want to learn from you. I want to be just like you when I grow up. And I think what a great thing to follow up to that is, as you learn new things, right? It's, for me, it's the old adage of learn, do, redo, improve, and teach. I think the adage is really learn, do, teach, but I'm all about learn, do, redo, improve, and teach. Because that way you're not just like taking someone else's stuff that you've just learned and trying to teach it. You've done it. You've redone it. You found some way that you've made it yourself and tweaked it just some little bit, right? Maybe you added your own flair, right? I had a little dark horse flair to it. Pa-pow, right? And now you're going to start teaching someone else. And then you teach them that same concept. Okay, here's what I'm teaching you. Now you learn it. You do it. You redo it. You make it even better than I made it. And then you teach it to someone else. Heck, come back and teach me your improvements. And you just begin this amazing cycle of getting better and better. I think really I have learned so much in the teaching of something. It's like I'll be teaching someone and they're like, well, why do you do it like that? And almost you pause. Well, why do I do it like that? That's a great question, right? Maybe at the time when you first did it, it was a great idea. And with whatever skills you had or technology was at your fingertips or tools that were at your fingertips, it made sense. But now it might not. But because you've done it so long, that same way, ka-chunka, 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 that you're just like a machine. And then all of a sudden someone steps in from outside and goes, well, why do you do it like that? And you're like, that's a great question. Or someone might say, well, why don't you do it like this? Oh, I don't know. Right? Be open to that. I've learned, again, that's the whole point of that was I've learned a lot through the teaching of others. And I think the final tidbit I want to leave you with today, my Dark Horse friends and family, is build yourself a routine. Get yourself into the habit of having a schedule in mind. Through this time to this time I do this, and that time to that time I do that, and that time to that time I leave open for flexibility, right? This will help increase your productivity. And productivity means, money flow, right? Developing the right routine will significantly increase your day-to-day productivity. Effectively manage your hours is going to require you to know what your priorities are, right? Goal setting. Hello, we've been there. We talked about this, right? Take notes of those, have those, that awareness. We talked about just journaling that the other day, right? The first thing you want to do is your top 10, right? What are the top 5 things you want to get done? And then what are your top 5 goals? That helps you set your priorities. And making note of those, you can quickly point out distractions and just point yourself like a laser beam and spend your time on those most important matters. Hey, and if you get all those most important matters done, well, then the distractions can start to tap in and get other things done. Maybe there are new ideas that you're like, oh, I'd really like to do that, but avoid that. Ooh, shiny syndrome. We're going to talk a bit more tomorrow about some routines, so I won't go in too deep on that one right now. All right, I know you want to keep getting all these daily success tips, so I'll make sure you go on there, and like I mentioned earlier, take that little action. Hit that subscribe button. While you're there, leave us a 5-star rating and drop us some kind words in the reviews. Yeah, like I said earlier, those subscribe ratings and reviews tell those podcast platforms to lift us up a little bit in the rankings so that we can reach more driven entrepreneurs just like you. So please take a moment, show the love, and help spread the word. And then, hey, come on over and join us in the Facebook group, the Dark Horse Tribe. Go to facebook.com, type Dark Horse Tribe right up there in that search bar. Heck, you know what? Forget all that. There'll be a link right down here in the bottom of the show notes for wherever you're listening to this podcast. Click that link. Come on over and join us and all the driven entrepreneurs in that Facebook group. I look forward to meeting you there. All right, you get out there. You run your race. You get your results. Come on into the Facebook group. Let me hear all about them. I want to celebrate with you. Seriously. Until tomorrow, think successfully and take action.
Thank you for listening to the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast.
And you know this.
Thanks for tuning in.
Check us out at www.darkhorseschooling.com.
All right.
My name is Tracy Brinkman.